gracious host, Mr. Bobby Shades. And this is Bridget Gaines. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you No Escape. Let's go. So, family, Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, one of the most powerful women in the world, very celebrated individual, had a long-term running show along with her sisters, her mother, her dad, stepdad, Kanye West, one of the most celebrated entertainers in the world, a billionaire, from not only his genius of songs and how he puts it together, but also his business acumen, his business endeavors. And we're seeing how it's unraveling, it's spiraling. For those of you who are not up to speed with this, listen, I can understand. It's like, that's gossip, that's their life or whatever, but I want to hone in on a very big picture behind this, okay? And the picture is harassment. That a woman like Kim Kardashian, whose reach is very long, who's went to the president, the former president, who's been able to get individuals in jail, out of jail for situations that that wasn't fair to inmates. I won't say criminals, but inmates that were incarcerated without any correct evidence or false evidence or misplaced evidence or not used evidence, to exonerate them of their alleged crimes. And she's been on that mission for some time. We all know of her television show and her business endeavors, and she's done quite well for herself. Kanye West, as I stated, very celebrated act, very celebrated individual in the music scene. And they were married. They are married. I think they're still married, but they're in the process of divorce. And she is now with the comedian from Saturday Night Live, Pete Davidson. And Pete Davidson is known to make his rounds around Hollywood. This one may seem like a real deal of a relationship, and she is constantly bombarded with texts, with Twitters, with public display of him in concert saying, "Come back home, we need to be a family." Hold on a second, family, I'm going to bring this back. And my voice is a little hoarse, so please forgive me. And, she's going through a lot with this man. And then what happens is, some people turn around and they're like, it's what she gets, Kanye West was never too tight up there and whatnot. That's not right. Because we have a woman who is, I'm not saying that anything bad will come of this, what have you, but we've seen incidences so many times of individuals, women, we're going to talk about women, who get caught up in, or who are, I won't say get caught up, that's not right, it's not right, because I'm kind of like blaming them, you get caught up, no, who were in a relationship, and it just went left real bad. I knew of an individual, I should say, that was involved with a gentleman years ago, and he was very intimidating. Had her put on lingerie that wasn't her kind or didn't fit, and he was just, his presence, blocking the door when she wanted to leave, saying she couldn't go, or turn around and, all right then, fine, just go, pretty much kicking her out in an area that she didn't know, and it was very harmful, psychologically. It was very intimidating psychologically, and it was a hardship. Fortunately, she was not involved with him too long in that disgusting type of relationship, if that was even a relationship. But she was able to escape from that. But from there on, they had worked at the same facility, and she had to take different routes or have security, walk with her to the train because he would pop up and things of that nature. Now, that's a regular, non-known individual. We have a very celebrated individual, very well known around the world, and she is going through this harassment. My point is, if she, with all of her reach and all of her money and security and things of that nature, is going through this, imagine the average woman that's trying to get out of harm's way or trying to remove herself from a situation. I used to work in the emergency room of a hospital for a number of years, and I remember 3 incidences. I forgot those. It was a young lady, very lovely young lady that came in. You could see she was a little battered, not too bad, but nonetheless battered. When I say not too bad, I mean her face wasn't bloody or whatever, but you could see some bruises and things of that nature. And she was from, I don't know what country, a Caribbean country. And I remember, I was registration, so I was taking down her information, her demographics. And let's bring this back. And I said to her, "Why don't you leave?" And she said, "I can't." The guy that she was with, she goes, he was a street dude. I don't know what he was involved with, but he was a street dude. And she was like, he's got guys that watch me, that follow me. I can't even go to the store without somebody's like, what's up? Letting me know their presence. So here was a young lady who was stuck. She couldn't get out of that. Another one, she came in with her wrists broken. I forgot this. And there was this dude, his name was Bull. And how I know is because he had a big gold a bracelet that said Bull. Brought her in. And she told me, he didn't not deny. He just said, things just got out of hand. And she was trying to rap to me. What's up? What's your name? I'm like, that big ox mother back there just broke your wrist and you trying to rap to someone? I guess for her, it was just her way to get through the situation, to try to get out of a very, very difficult, very tense situation. It was a horror show for her. So then there was another one. It's when I first started in registration, and it was a young woman. She was the mistress to a man, and she told me, he had dislocated her elbow or shoulder. I can't remember which one. And I was like, "Why don't you leave?" She said, "I can't. First of all, he was with the mob, the Italian mob, that is. And he told her, he says, you with me, you be with me, you stay with me. You leave, you're gone." Told her straight. She said, "So I can't leave." She said, "I can't say that he's not a good person to me. He doesn't do for me. But at the same time, he will get physical and he will let me know who's in charge." Difficult, family, difficult. So then you look at a Kanye and you look at a Kim. And you know what's sad? And I've seen this time and time again, in where when a victim is being questioned by the police, it's not uncommon that you hear a police officer be like, "Well, did you do anything, to rile him up?" Like, what? Like putting the blame on the woman. Did you do anything to rile him up? Did you say anything? Does it make a difference? Should he be that intimidating? Should he put his hands? Don't get me wrong. Couples, men and women, get out of hand sometimes with being angry with each other and lashing out. I'm not condoning it, first of all. And I've heard many women say, yeah, he put his hand on me, I put my hand right back on him. I don't think those situations ever went to the extent of what's happening with Kanye and Kim, but nonetheless, again, with all of what she's going through, and she can't escape that, what say of the average woman? What say of the average woman? My father used to talk about a woman who used to come to work. She always wore sunglasses. She tripped all the time, or she bumped into the door all the time. He said he used to beat the shit out of her on a regular. It was very sad. Very, very sad. That an individual, no matter how far one goes, cannot escape that harassment, that threatening, that intimidation, that beating. It's sad. It's scary. I don't have the answer for what can be done. I know that there are safe havens for women, and they do quite well in where they will take that woman and disappear that woman from that man's life because he is too. And that used to happen in registration. Young girls that come in, have a baby with some street roach, and would have to be squirreled away forever, practically. What's fascinating, though, is that many of those women would go back. That's the fascinating part. They would go back. I remember one time there was a young lady that came in. Guy used to beat the hell out of her. A nurse who since passed, Anne-Marie Stefanik, that was her name. Yeah, I should go this way. And she was talking to her, listen, we can get you into a safe haven, this, that, and the third. And the boyfriend came, and she happened to tell him. And he's like, wow, F you. Who are you to talk to my girl? Tell her what she should do, where she should go, blah, blah, blah. She said, listen, I was just trying to, and she looked at the girl like, are you kidding me? Because many of them are brainwashed to think that that is love. He loves me. He's putting this attention to me by beating my ass. Or talking down to me, or putting me down, or what have you. Sad. Anyway, family, that's all I have for you for today. I want you guys to think about this. If you know someone who is in danger or someone who's going through a situation and you can't reach that person, make a call. There are numbers. Safe Haven for Women, Battered Women. Google it. There are many of options and agencies that will assist and help. If that person is not strong enough to be able to do that. To say they can pull them out of it, that's a different story. But at least you didn't watch a potential car crash and sit on the side and be like, damn, I should have done something. Anyway, let us give thanks and praise that we are 6 feet above ground and not below, and that those in our inner circle are in the same vein. Remember, family, 3 things. Stay lovely, stay sexy, but most of all, stay safe. And whatever you do, make a statement. Enjoy. Have a great day. Be blessed. And this is your gracious host, Mr. Bobby Shades. And this is Bridging Pairs. See you guys soon.